Potter was lost in the maze of disappointment in Chelsea. Coach Graham Potter was like a man lost in a maze of disappointment at Chelsea. After the loss to Southampton, fans only saw him and his students struggling in despair but could not find a way out. What does Southampton have before the battle with Chelsea? They ranked last on the Premier League table, having just fired coach Nathan Jones after a few months of working. A team is deep in crisis and is led by an interim coach who has no experience as a professional coach, Ruben Sells. Yet Chelsea still lost against such an opponent at Stamford Bridge. That is a strange thing that the Blues cannot accept. It is an irony that at a time when Chelsea owners tried to protect coach Graham Potter by securing the future, he was even more disappointing. Somewhere in the Stamford Bridge stands there were boos. It became even more intense after Chelsea suffered an unacceptable defeat. Potter understood the pressure on him but couldn't help it. There is a feeling, the former Brighton coach is like a traveller lost in a maze of disappointment. It's not that he didn't try to change. The proof is that this strategist has put Kai Havertz on the bench, to trust David de Fofana and at the same time use the powerful Chikwinonso Madueke on the right. But the more they struggled, the more Potter and his students lost their way. It's not that Potter is incompetent. He used to build a strong Brighton with effective ball control. It cannot be said that Chelsea lacks stars after spending up to £600 million to strengthen the force. Unfortunately, the combination of those two individuals gave undesirable results. After the loss to Southampton, the 47-year-old coach emphasized, "When you don't get the results you want, it's very difficult." He seems to have acknowledged the fact that Chelsea are really disoriented, playing with their wealth. To be fair, Chelsea is far from a match like Potter's Brighton, despite having a better team. Chelsea's captain admits that his difficulty at the moment is to combine teams with many new faces. He himself still could not find the best solution. It leads to people not knowing how the Blues want to play. A number indicates this fact. In the match against Southampton, Chelsea had 7 players trying to make 3 or more dribbles, the most in Saturday's series. That is, the stars of the Blues try to shine individually to make up for the lack of collective cohesion. Anyone can see this problem. Commenting on Sky Sports, Paul Merson affirmed, "One team uses collective play, Southampton, and the other team, Chelsea, is just a combination of individuals. Chelsea bought a lot of people but they were all just dribbling. They deployed the ball and wanted to beat 5 or 6 players, but the game was not good." Meanwhile, TalkSport commentator Alex Crook emphasized the bitter reality: Southampton deserved to win because they were the better team. What Chelsea creates is too little. It could be said that Potter had too much to do, but he had nowhere to start. In his career, he has never worked at a big club, even as a player. Therefore, this coach has not been equipped with the skills of self-protection and resistance to terrible pressure. Giving £600 million into Potter's hands is like giving a whole chest of gold into the hands of someone who has no experience with money. What Potter needed was time, to get used to the shock of wealth. Fortunately for him, Chelsea owners still have absolute trust. But Potter understood that there was no limit to limitless patience. If things do not improve soon, he will face the most severe thing. Mudryk and Felix were criticized for being insensitive. At the time when Captain Cesar Azpilicueta lay motionless on the field after trying to clear the ball with his head, 2 new Chelsea recruits, Mudryk and Felix, practiced passing the ball to each other. It was a time when the whole Stamford Bridge field was worried about Azpilicueta, but Mudryk and Felix still passed the ball carefree. Many Chelsea fans have condemned the actions of these 2 players as insensitive.